Hi, this is Dina for Splitcoaststampers. In this video, I'll show you how to do a Dahlia fold, which is a beautiful kind of quilty fold for floral cards like this. For a full flower, you'll need 9 circles, so I'm going to begin by die cutting those. The circle I'm using is 1 1/4 inches wide, but I'll show you the fold on this larger circle so you can see it better. Both sides of the double-sided cardstock here will show in the flower, so determine first which side you want to show at the center of the flower and keep that side to the outside when you make your first fold. I'm going to begin by folding the circle in half, and I want to give it a really good crease. Open the circle back up and match the ends of your first fold line to get a perpendicular fold, but for the second fold you only want to crease the line on one side of the first fold. The other side will be to the outside of the petal, and it will lay flatter and look nicer if you don't have a crease there. So the folds that we've made so far will create a T shape on the circle. The next fold is going to be made between the ends of those two lines that we folded, kind of making a straight line between the two end points and folding in so the pattern of the paper on the back side of the circles is showing on the little piece that folds over. I'm going to repeat that on the other side as well. I found it easier to see the lines on the back side, so that's why I'm flipping it over here. And give those two folds a good crease. Next, we're going to turn the circle over, and where that center fold line appears between the two folds we just made, we're going to turn those segments back and line up the straight edges like a little paper airplane. That curved edge you can flip out so that it doesn't fold underneath your crease line that you're going to make. Crease those new fold lines, and that is the completed fold for one section of the dahlia. It takes 8 of these pieces to complete the flower with an additional circle for the base. So I'm going to begin now with folding the pieces that I'm going to use on my card. So I'll do the same thing that I did before. I'm going to begin by folding the circle in half and giving that a good crease. Open the circle back up, match the ends of the first fold line to get a perpendicular fold, and crease just on one side of the first fold line. Then I'm going to use those fold lines as a guide to fold 2 sections over, making a straight line between the two end points and folding in so the pattern on the back side shows. Then flip those sides back to the back side to create a little paper airplane fold. And that's one section done. Then those pieces will be placed together to create the flower. Here's 2 that I've done, and I'll continue folding until I have enough for a full flower. So here's my 8th and final piece, and you can see how the pieces lay together to form a flower. I'm going to use that 9th circle that I cut as a base and also as a template to line up the pieces together. I'm folding the circle in half, and then I'm going to line up the ends of that fold line to make a second fold. Now each quadrant of that circle will hold 2 of the folded pieces. So I'm going to glue half of the circle at a time. And then I just use those little tiny folds there as a handle to be able to see the point of the piece and to get those pieces into place. And I do suggest using a liquid glue when you put your flower together so that you have some time to scoot the pieces around a little bit before the glue dries. The folded pieces do push against each other a little bit, and it's also hard to place the end points exactly in the center, so you'll appreciate having a little extra time to get them just right. With all my pieces in place, I can move them around as I need to, and then push them all into the center at once, and then I'll just let the glue dry before completing my project. I wanted a couple of side view flowers for my card, so I'll show you how those were done too. For the flower with 2 sections, I created a base with 1/4 of a circle cut, and then I assembled the flower like I did the full flower, positioning the sections onto the base. For the calyx, I used a slightly smaller green circle, and I folded it in the same way as the other flower pieces. Then I tucked the flower into the top opening. For the single section flower, I took a small green circle. I folded it in half to give myself a center line, and then I just folded the sides in from the end of that line to overlap it about in thirds. It just was too small if I folded it the same as the other pieces. But this little cone shape worked really well for a single section flower. Here's my completed project using all 3 flowers. I hope this gives you some project ideas. Please share them with us. Thank you so much for watching.